So tell us a bit about your role at Accor. You've got one of the more interesting roles in the hotel world, don't you?
Absolutely. Actually, I'm a CDO, Chief Digital Officer. Beyond the title, which actually doesn't mean a lot, we have to understand that in Accor Hotel, I'm in charge of 1,300 people working on IT, data, e-commerce, sales and distribution, and also customer guest experience.
Yeah.
So it's a very large, interesting indeed scope.
So how are you innovating the guest experience, or how are you changing the guest experience through innovation at the moment and through all that investment?
Well, actually, James, we think that personalization is going to be a key level of differentiation in our industry, which, as you know, is massively disrupted and digitalized. So to make a real difference, we are absolutely convinced that the difference is going to come from personalization and always more personalized experience for our guests. So for example, in 2018, we're going to launch and deploy at scale worldwide a new tool called ACDC, Accor Customer Digital Code. This tool is a very good example of digital as a service of guest experience. It's going to be a worldwide connected database, allowing our hotels, our 4,200 hotels in the field, to know our guests' preferences, so that we could always more personalize their stay and make sure we are increasing their satisfaction. For instance, you, James, I know you love green tea, you love to access the fitness space before starting your day. So I'm going to be preparing your stay, and I'm going to be able to offer you the most personalized experience to make sure you feel known, recognized, and yet you're going to get back. Because you know what our customers say is that, first of all, they love to be known and recognized.
Yeah, and when it comes to knowing the guests, I mean, a lot of it now is also coming from guests who are booking without touching anything, thanks to new tools like Alexa and things like that.
Yeah.
So it really is changing the landscape very fast, isn't it? But I guess, how are you doing that as well at the same time?
This is a really critical point, i.e. I'm calling it with my teams a behavioral watch. The thing is, for us, our industry is a paradox. Hospitality industry, we have been just celebrating the 50th birthday of Accor Hotel, is an old industry. Powerful but old and not digital native industry, right? And honestly, you are not going to be able to digitalize your hospitality experience. You will have to travel, to get in a hotel, and to experience concretely what you're living, your stay. At the same time, our sector is one of the most disrupted ones. And what we're talking about with those Alexa or talking robot is about conversational era. My conviction is that we have to be able to anticipate this really moving fast environment, and we have also to understand what are going to be the new behaviors of our customers.
Yeah.
And for instance, conversational. I really think that within 2 or 3 years, the way you're going to book a request for a stay or travel experience is going to dramatically change. You are now typing a request on the internet. Tomorrow you may use more and more voice, and after tomorrow you may just really be in a conversational approach, i.e. you're going to be offered some experience because we're going to know you more and more, and we're going to be able to push you some offers which are fully meeting your habits or your preferences.
So it comes down to enhancing the experience before the guest books and then when they're actually in the hotel.
Exactly, it's a customer journey. And digital for me is just a mean, it's never an end. It's how to use this lever to empower the personalization experience. And as soon as I know you, I will be able to push you some offers which are meeting your expectation. And when you are entering the hotel, we are really focused on making sure you feel unique. As this is also AccorHotels motto, and making sure that we are really understanding your needs as clients.
From a digital standpoint, obviously you guys are enhancing the experience. How are you working with OTAs at the same time as well to keep growing that customer base?
Actually, we are working very well with OTAs. We are signing every day new contracts with OTAs to increase our international footprint. For me, the reality is that we are facing a new competition in a very digitalized industry. So OTAs are also key partners We are just working on personalization to make sure that we are creating a dedicated environment enriched with new hospitality brands, but also new business acquisition, that you just saw it, with new businesses like John Paul, Fast Booking, Aval Pro, Total Chabot, everything we could use to enrich the customer experience in our hotels. And my purpose is to create a really attractive personalization environment, to create habits, preferences, and at the end of the day, stickiness from our customers, so that to make them come back to Accor.
Now, when it comes to your role, is it just a techie role, so to speak?
I'm often asked the question, actually. For sure, you need to have some techie experiences and know what people are talking about when they're talking about IT architecture, infrastructure, data like chatbot, whatever. But the thing is, my conviction is that it has not to be only a techie stuff. My role is also a cultural change, i.e. we are in a very fascinating and powerful organization, but it is not a digital native organization. So my role is also a very educational one, consisting into explaining to the others what is at stake with digital transformation, how we can help people to understand its challenges and make sure that the organization is getting more and more digitalized. It's not only my role, it's everyone's responsibility. So it's also a cultural transformation and a very educational approach. And this is also what makes the job that interesting.